Kellie, well, if you bring down your, I guess I have to wash your water bottle that's already in there. I washed the top. And then, see if there's. All right, ready?
Hello, Michael Melkos. Tiffany Tippin. Welcome. Everyone filing in, taking their seats. Hello, Edison Al. Hello, Stronger, Wiser. Hello, Adri. Nice to see you again. Hello, Angelie. Andrew, what up, homie? Hello, ACNC12, Adrienne, ALP_179. Hello, Rosa.
Is it Angelie from the other? You said Angelie. Is it Angelie from the meetup?
Where I come from in Wichita Falls, Texas, USA, Angelie is Angela.
But it's not. It's Angelie. I can bring home the bacon fried up in a pan.
Share?
And never, never let you forget you're the man. 'Cause I'm a woman, Angelie. That was the wrong key, but you know what I'm saying. That was a commercial we grew up with. You don't remember that?
Hello, Hannah Herb.
I can bring home the bacon.
Hello, Pom Mummable.
Fried up in the pan.
Hello,
and never, never let you forget you're the man. 'Cause I'm a woman, Angelie.
Hello, Rebecca. Rebecca Chestnut. Well, I went to a Christmas party and I told a joke about chestnuts. Hello, Hector Wasabi. Hello, Julie's Overalls. Annabelle. Alexandra. All right. Hello, KK Ivy. Hey, Trey. Hello,
Y'all,
Dana. Hello, Sarah Reed Spencer.
my best friend since 5th grade, Tommy Jean.
Tommy Jean.
On a previous podcast. I'm sorry, I have onion breath, honey. I had
Whoa.
onions.
Hello, Sam. Sam, I am.
We talked about how animals just find
Hello,
her house. We don't know if people drop them off in the. She lives out in the woods off this country road, and this cat wandered up, a white cat that had cancer all over its ears. Apparently, white cats are not supposed to be outdoor cats at all. They think this cat's about 5 years old.
White animals aren't supposed to be out.
Yeah, because they get sunburned really bad.
Unless you're in the Arctic Circle.
So had this huge cancerous tumors basically on its ears.
It's not a tumor.
Horrible. So she took it to the vet. Basically had to take off its ears.
Whoa.
But they think it's going to be fine.
Like literally take his
like
pieces of his ears. Oof.
But they think she's going to be fine.
Hola, Sin.
And she's just, and Tommy, I said, that is the luckiest cat in the world to find Tommy Jean Galloway, Cleveland.
Hello, Tommy
Here she
Jean
is after
Galloway,
being
Cleveland.
picked up. Look at that. Purring, happy as can be.
That's pretty good.
No ears. And so they're going to name her, I think it's Vinny. For Vincent Van Gogh, they're going to call her Vinny.
Did people call Vincent Van Gogh Vinny?
Maybe.
Hello, Yana Hernandez. All right, everybody here? Hello, Kara.
Yeah, man, my breath's
Mel.
bad. I'm so sorry.
God. I mean, Zoe's
I'm
breath
really
is better
sorry.
than yours right now. Hello, Nicole. Hey, Nicole, first time in the chat. Welcome to have you. Welcome
Nicole
to
who?
Nicole Capito.
Hey, Nicole.
Very happy you're here, Nicole.
Do you know Nicole? Have you seen her before?
I don't think we've met.
Welcome.
I don't think we have. Maybe we have, but I don't think we have. Okay.
All right.
Hey guys, look, here's my Charlie Brown tree. What do you think?
That's the bookcase he had painted white. You remember it had the fleur-de-lis all over it? It was very dated.
I just threw my books up there. I'm going to decorate it real
not.
nice. They're not up there in any kind of order right now, but.
That's
Nicole says she's from Louisiana. We have a lot of
Hey,
friends from Louisiana, and she
You
says she's been
do.
listening since 1652.
thank you.
That's a long time. It's a good bit.
All right, you ready? Phone
Um,
ringers off. Woo.
Okay. Here Give me a little something.
Test 1, 2. Test.
Test 1, 2. Alana, Alana vagina. Please pick up the red courtesy phone. Alana vagina. Please pick up the red
First
courtesy
time
phone.
in the room. You have to hear that. I'm sorry, Nicole.
Hear what?
Nothing.
We're doing a sound check here. This is what we do.
All right. This is what you do.
We'll kick it old school for the OGs in the chat room. There we go.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. It's a podcast that I, Kellie Rasberry Evans, am so lucky to host with my husband and podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A trade.
And we're very lucky because doing this podcast has brought us so many wonderful, special friends, lifelong friends, I can already tell, into our lives.
It has. And how about two more? How about two more that are in our live studio audience right now for the first time? How about Belinda Daniel? Welcome. And how about Nicole Capito? Welcome. Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' into the live studio audience.
New.
Yes.
Lifelong friends.
Hey, I tell you what, we've met some people through the podcast. And then the next thing you know, I am at a sit-down, coursed-out chef dinner in their home, which is what happened this weekend. And we're going to talk about that because there was buffoonery.
There was a little bit. And there was a price to pay for that buffoonery the next day.
Kellie was green as this room the next day.
I think I'm not going to be that person that says, as they have their head hung over the toilet bowl, which I did not. But the majority of us listening, I think, has been there where you're like, I swear I will never, ever, ever drink again. And then you do. But I was thinking, much like I made the commitment to read the Bible through in 1 year, which I am getting back on track. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. The New Testament. Let me just tell you, it's a lot easier to read than the Old Testament. So I'm really getting caught up on that. I was wondering, do you think I could go a whole year without putting alcohol to my lips?
No.
You really don't think I could?
No.
See, I'm not looking at that as a challenge or a dare.
I'm just answering the question realistically.
Wondering.
No, absolutely not.
Do you think I have a problem?
I don't think you have a problem. I think you have very low willpower when it comes to drink and
love drinking
and food.
And food.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you saying that now? Now you're gonna hurt my feelings.
No. Not like you eat too much. Just
obviously I do. Or why would you say that?
That's not what I meant.
The subject wasn't about food. It was about
like
drinking.
To sample things. You're always sampling. Sample.
How does that have to do with drinking?
Because dirty martini, sure. Hey, I'll have that. What's that one? I'll have not a Bloody Mary. I want a Bloody Maria. Put a little tequila in there, not vodka.
Better. Well, there you go, Alan. Just
about
let everybody know that I've been eating too much.
I didn't say that.
It is true. I can't fit into anything in my closet. I wear the same 4 outfits on repeat because I'm too cheap to go buy anything else. We have to have a little reckoning.
I'm not going to say anything else because everything I say is wrong.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for that. I'm going to pull a Cole Evans on this podcast and just get on here and smile.
That I'll learn not to ever ask you if I have a drinking problem again, because then it just becomes I have an everything problem.
You don't have a problem eating or drinking. What you like to do, and you have very little willpower, is you like to sample lots of different things.
I do.
Okay, thank you. So
but I didn't ask. I didn't ask about that.
So we're in agreement here.
Well, we are, but I didn't ask.
Is agreement a word?
You know what? I've heard that debated before on the radio, and I believe it is because it's been used a lot. Words get added to the dictionary all the time, and I think why don't we just say agreement? Why is it agreeance? Agreeance almost sounds like a grievance.
I don't think agreement.
So it sounds negative.
I don't think it's a word.
Oh, hold my mic.
Michael Melkos, assistant producer.
Oh, Michael, look it up. Okay, then I won't.
I'm radioing in his earpiece right now. Would you tell us if agreeance is a word, please?
I didn't mind going it, and I would have, which would have been very quick, but we'll let Michael get involved.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about our holiday weekend because it was jam-packed. One of us had 3 Christmas parties to attend.
How many?
3.
You? I attended 2.
I said one of us.
Oh.
So again, not paying attention to what your wife is saying.
Babe, our listeners can't see this, but I have an earpiece in. I'm talking to the control room. I'm talking to our producer.
These are lies.
I got a lot going on.
These are lies. He's reading the chat room. So anyway, it's a sandwich and some lemon with Kellie Rasberry, and the halfway here, Alan Evans.
On.
All right.
Well,
so what are we going to get?
We didn't do the
first,
rundown.
Well, I know. So what are we going to get to
Well,
first?
we're going to review some of the Christmas party buffoonery. We went to our dear friend Kay Shelton's house for a Christmas party. We went down to Waxahachie to see my man at his Christmas party. Big Al Mack. For those of you who don't know who my man is, Big Al Mack. My man could be anybody, though. That could be.
That's right. I specified Al Mack.
That could be Jeff. Bad Influence Jeff.
It could be.
That could be
Boss Man.
It could be Boston. No, that could be David Heck. That could be a lot of people. What other Christmas parties do we have?
I had the late.
The girls' Christmas party. You're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We have some friends in Kentucky, guys, and there has been a bad, and I don't know if you've seen this in the news, and this happened a few days ago, but there was a bad series of storms there. Bad
it's really
tornadoes.
Interesting because we just take, I have to kind of know what's going on with the news and celebrity gossip a lot because it's part of my job. But, like when I'm on vacation or something and I don't have to be on the radio for a week or two, I don't keep up with the news. And so I bet there is a large part of the country that does not know what happened in Kentucky and in Illinois. I bet there is a large group.
So we're going to go through some of the
devastation from the tornadoes this weekend.
Go through some of the high points, and we had a listener who lives there. Low points. A listener who lives there sent us a note, and we just thought we'd update y'all as to what we know based on what one of our listeners there is telling us, who lives
our podcast
15 minutes away.
Yes.
So it's sad, but we need to get some of this information out. And then Kellie and I were watching a game show tonight, and it's one of our favorites.
I love America Says.
America Says.
I love it. And apparently there is a marathon on tonight. I don't know if it's on every night or not because we haven't watched in a while. It got to be to the point where it was a bunch of, every time I turned it on, it was a rerun. And but now we've gotten some, it's built up where we can see some new episodes. It's fun though, isn't it?
Yeah, they had a question on about Mr. T.
Yeah.
So that just got me to thinking. I started to ask Kellie some questions about Mr. T, which she didn't know the answers to. I was very surprised. So I'm going to give you 5 things you did not know about Mr. T.
Well, boy, that's worth sticking around for.
And there's
there.
And there's one that you just could never imagine in the world. Never, ever imagine.
Is it something you've already told me and I have to pretend like I haven't heard
I
it
have
before?
told you this.
Okay, I'll pretend like that.
Just pretend like you
imagined
didn't know.
it.
Right.
All right. Well, ladies, before we get to all that, I am speaking to the ladies right now. Think about how much you spent the last time you bought razors. Why do women's razors cost so much more than men's? Is it just because they're pink? Well, yeah, because unfortunately there's a pink tax. It's very real. And also, unfortunately, in the past, I would use a more expensive women's razor and it's like I had stubble 10 minutes after I got out of the shower. But now I use Billy. The best razor out there for women at half the price you'd expect. No pink tax. No visit to the drugstore. No irritation, no matter what. Billy's crazy affordable starter kit comes with their award-winning razor, 2 precision 5-blade refill cartridges, and their cult favorite magnetic holder. Billy blades have 360-degree charcoal shave soap built right in so they float like a cloud over your skin. Allure called them the smoothest shave ever. And I appreciate that because before I go get a spray tan, which I do even, in the winter months, because you'll have a special occasion and nobody wears pantyhose anymore, I shave my legs and I want to put off shaving again for as long as possible because I don't want to shave off my spray tan. And with Billy, my legs stay smooth longer. So my fake tan lasts longer. It's no wonder they're an Allure Best of Beauty winner and on Nylon's beauty hit list. Razors do win awards, and Billy's won a lot of them.
So don't suffer another second paying a pink tax for a bad shave. Go to mybilly.com/lovin to get the best razor you will ever own while supporting our show. Billy is half the price of other razors, plus free shipping always. Just go to mybilly.com/lovin, spelled mybilly.com/lovin BILLIE.com/Lovin. That's mybilly.com/Lovin.
I'm just looking to the left of the laptop where we keep stuff, and there are 2 bills sitting here that have yet to be opened and paid. One is our credit card statement.
That's not our credit card. That's our mortgage.
Oh, that's mortgage? Oh, good. Well, that's still bad. I'm not looking forward to our credit card coming in. I've been very generous this Christmas.
You see why I have all this gray hair? This is part of the reason here.
The other one, our property tax bill.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. That's going to be bad.
Hey, you like all these nice roads and schools and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's earn some more money. Let's keep doing podcasts well into 2022.
Oh, there's no way I can stop.
Gotta pay for this stuff.
There's no way I can stop now.
I know.
What are we gonna start with?
Well, do you want to start with the serious subject first?
Yeah, we can. So yeah, we got a letter, and I saw that there were some bad storms in Kentucky. I did know that a tornado went through Kentucky, but honestly, and this sounds bad, I paid attention to it, but I didn't really pay attention to the details.
Right.
I
just thought it was bad. But then as the days pass, it's like we hear how bad it was.
Right.
And to now, on the news this evening, they're going to people who survived, and they're just like, a lot of people there, I think they're still shell shocked. I don't think they've really processed it yet. A woman is in tears. She said, imagine this, Alan. How many times do you just want to go home? You're having a bad day or you're anywhere. I just want to go home. She's just crying. I just want to go home. And I don't have a home anymore.
Yeah.
And when she said that, I just started crying. I'm like, these poor people, and so many lives lost, so many miraculously spared. I mean, miracles that people survived being picked up and thrown hundreds and hundreds of feet.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable what's happened.
Well, let me read you a letter from one of our listeners. And this listener actually, she went on vacation with us, her and her husband.
Podcast family vacation in the summer.
Yeah, she's from Kentucky. I have a lot of friends in Kentucky because I used to go there for business all the time. I used to go to Louisville, which I don't think is super close to the devastation, but I do know people in Kentucky. I know we have a lot of listeners there too.
Yeah.
So she says, hello, Kellie and Alan. You may or not remember me. We do. My husband, Garrett, and I went to Mexico with you guys this summer. As I'm sure you've seen on the news, our area was hit by a tornado last night, and this was last Friday night into Saturday morning.
Okay,
I believe.
She wrote this the day after.
Yeah, we're recording today. It's a Monday, so this was just a few days ago. Our area was hit by a tornado last night that demolished Mayfield, Kentucky. It's a small town, and we live about 15 minutes away. I actually work in Mayfield, and thankfully my work was spared. 1 mile down the road, that isn't the case. It's heartbreaking. There are still people missing. We have a candle factory where approximately 100 people were working when it came through and flattened the building. First responders worked all night. The main fire station was hit too, and they cleared the way knowing that they would be working all night. An employee escaped, walked to the fire station roughly 2 miles away and said, we need help. I haven't heard the latest this evening. At a press conference around 10:30 this morning, a report was they had not pulled a live person from the rubble since about 3:30 in the morning. Requests were circulating on Facebook that ladders, ironing boards, anything that could be used as a backboard for survivors were needed. Good grief. It's awful. My 17-year-old niece was at a friend's house through the tornado as well. Thankfully, she and her friends weren't hurt. They flipped a couch over and used it to protect themselves. Her boyfriend's car was destroyed. The garage detached from the house, and the car inside the garage was no longer there. It's surreal. That's incredible, the strength of those winds. My Sunday school teacher's house was damaged. Part of it detached, pics are below, but they are okay. So much destruction. Our courthouse has a lot of damage and is closed until further notice. The city police lost most of their cruisers. The post office is severely damaged. Restaurants and small businesses are completely gone. Our community needs help, and most of all, prayers. If any Kid Nation or a Sandwich and Some Lovin' friends can help out, my friends and neighbors, we would be so grateful. The first picture, and she attached some pictures. The first picture is from my car coming up on the courthouse that evening around 4:30 after I left work. I sent it to my friend in California, and I was telling her it was entirely too warm to be in December, and it was predicted to get bad. Little did I know just how bad. Catalyst Community Center is a reputable church and has become a hub for supplies and volunteers. But I know many large organizations that will be taking donations too. So she gives us a link if anybody wants to donate and help out the people in Kentucky. The link is HTTPS Catalyst Center. That's CATALYST center.churchcenter.com/giving.
Yeah, she said it's a very trustworthy organization.
Yeah.
That she knows and trusts them. Of course, the Red Cross is, taking donations as well. And we'll add a link to, in the show description for the podcast.
We'll add that
We'll
link.
add that link for that as well.
But you saw the pictures, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a war zone. I mean, literally like a war zone.
Like the guy was saying on the news tonight, he said tornadoes typically hop, they touch down and then they go for a little bit and they hop. He said this one just kind of just blazed straight. It got to the ground and just did not come back up and just kept blazing just for hundreds of miles.
Yeah, here's some information that I found, some kind of current information on the tornado.
I asked Alan if he could pull just the latest before we came on the podcast. Of course, by the time the podcast dropped, some of this information could change.
So according to the National Weather Service, the maximum width of the tornado was at least 3/4 of a mile. So 3/4 of a mile.
Wide.
So super wide, but here's the deal. The National Weather Service in Paducah said that the historically long tornado tracked from Case, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, to at least Beaver Dam, which is it originated in Arkansas. It traveled more than 220 miles on the ground in Kentucky before ending.
It's crazy.
The National Weather Service confirms it will be the longest continuous distance ever traveled by a tornado. And this was, they think right now it's characterized as an EF3. I think that rating,
it's going to go up.
It's 1 through 5. And 5s are very, very rare. A 4 is like a nuclear bomb.
There's no way that was a 3.
This is an EF3 is what they think. It produces winds of 136 to 165 miles an hour. You're picking up trucks, like big trucks, and they're floating in the air. If you can imagine that, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely devastating. And then what time did the tornadoes hit? First, they were reported in Casey at 10:01 p.m. Friday, and they were tracked through Kentucky and the tornado in Mayfield at 10:27. And there were also tornadoes in some different cities in Kentucky, Morton's Gap, and Central City, and Bowling Green.
Smaller ones were spawned off. Bowling Green, I don't know if Kid Craddock Show still syndicated there or not.
Through the evening. But the death toll, guys, this is horrible. 90 people have been killed through all the states, 80 in Kentucky just so far. The death toll is at 80 in Kentucky. So we're saying a lot of prayers for our friends in Kentucky and other places where you may listen. It's just horrible, horrible, especially, it's horrible anytime, but this time of year, oh man.
Yeah.
Really.
And it's going to take years for them to build back. Completely gone. This entire city is completely wiped out. So if you can find it, anywhere, and you're, obviously, like Jana said, to pray, obviously, but they also need money. And so catalystcenter.churchcenter.com/giving. Again, we'll put that link in the show notes, on the podcast show notes. So anyway, we know that's a heavy subject. We could not address.
Oh, for sure. And Jana, thanks for the note. Our hearts go out to you. I'm sure you have friends.
So glad you're safe.
Family that's been affected, and just what a horrible situation.
Yeah.
Tornadoes are scary. I mean, we've talked about them a little bit before. When I was a kid, I'm from Wichita Falls. There was a really bad one there in 1979. and it killed a bunch of people, like about 50, 60 people, I think.
Really?
Yeah, because it was the middle of the day, and it was one of those wide ones that was on the ground for a long time, and just super scary. It's a
Yeah,
bad
I've been
thing.
underneath the you're supposed to go to the place in the house, which is the most central area in the house without any windows and stuff. But people were being sucked out of bathtubs and things where they were hiding or trying to hide from the storm. And we've had to do that a couple of times. When Kellie was a little girl and the tornado sirens would start going off, she'd love getting into I tried to make it not scary for her. So we get the pillows and some water and snacks and the dogs, and we go and get in the closet and with a flashlight. And she thought it was kind of fun, but you think as a parent, you realize this could be really bad. And unfortunately, it was really, really bad in Kentucky. So
Yeah,
you are in our prayers, and hopefully we'll get a lot of money raised for you from our podcast family.
hopefully.
All right. So I know Alan and I will be sending in our donations. Alan and I have been loving our Helix mattress for well over a year now, and we're just as in love with it over 365 days later as we were on day one. Wouldn't you agree?
I like it better.
Better.
Even
More.
better now.
More love.
Yes.
When our Helix mattress arrived on our doorstep, I was like, there's no way there is a king size mattress stuffed in that box. But it was so much fun to unbox this mattress and watch it fill out. Helix has several mattress models to choose from because none of us is exactly the same. We're all unique. They've got soft, medium, firm options. Mattresses great for cooling you down if you sleep hot. Mattresses great for spinal alignment to prevent morning aches and pains. They've also got Helix Plus mattresses for plus size sleepers. Now, Alan took the Helix quiz for us. It took you all of 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, they just ask you a few questions
About your body type, your sleep
height,
habits.
weight, how you sleep.
Yeah.
Are you a back sleeper? Are you a side sleeper?
Right.
So
We're
forth.
both side sleepers majority of the time, but we kind of occasionally flip over to the back. But anyway, this mattress they matched us with was the Helix Dusk Luxe. It's perfect for us. I fall asleep faster. I stay asleep. No aches and pains when I sleep in on Saturday mornings. And with Helix, you can get the mattress perfect for the way you sleep. So if you're looking for one, go to helixsleep.com/sandwich. Take their 2-minute sleep quiz. Order the mattress you're matched to. It will be delivered right to your door. Shipping is free. Helix offers a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it for free for 100 nights, risk-free. We'll even pick it up for you if you don't love it, but we know you will. Helix even has financing options and flexible payment plans, so a great night's sleep is never far away.
And Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/sandwich. Again, $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/sandwich.
All right. Happy sleeping, everybody.
Hello, Helix.
Okay, now the buffoonery. We got the heavy stuff out of the way. Now the buffoonery.
Oh, gosh. Where do you want to start?
Well, let's just start in order. Friday night, we had the first of our 3 Christmas parties. Well, my 3 Christmas parties over the weekend. Alan was invited to 2.
Mhm.
Big Al Mack, who lives exactly an hour away
Because
from
I'm
us.
chopped liver.
No, you're not. You're
No.
not one of the radio girls.
Oh.
So Alan,
Justin's not a girl.
he is counted among us.
Why?
Because we love him.
Is that,
And obviously we don't love you.
is that the only reason?
Because you were aggravating like you are right now.
Why are you making that face at me right now?
Because you're purposely trying to get me angry and you can't.
But that face you make, it's kind of scary, but it's also very funny.
Okay, good. So anyway,
Okay, sorry.
Friday
Go ahead.
night we go to Big Al's.
My man.
And we made the decision we were not going to drink like crazy people because Big Al lives in Waxahachie, Texas.
1 hour.
It's out there. I told Alan we could get an Uber to Waxahachie.
You're not going to get one.
We ain't going to get one coming back.
No.
So let's just make an agreement. We ain't drinking that. We'll have one and done.
Because we're in Plano, Texas, God's country, USA.
Right. So we get all the way there, and Big Al, he has he is so random. If you want to see random, it's expressed in his house. Is it the most random stuff?
I had never been to Big Al's
I had
house.
before. What'd you think?
Very nice home. Very nice home. Big spread. Nice backyard. Big
Then
backyard.
he keeps adding and adding to it.
Now let me tell you something. I've never been to a dude's house that has a big tiger painting over the fireplace?
Yes, he bought it in Mexico.
Okay.
It's a big tiger head.
I've never seen a guy with a big tiger head over the mantle, and I've never seen a guy that has a wishing well in his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
A wishing well.
A wishing well.
And also a mechanical bull?
It's not mechanical. It's like a big statue of a red bull.
Okay. Okay.
It's just a big statue of a red bull that he thought was cool.
Okay. So 3 kind of random things.
Yeah. He has a big porch swing. He just had the most plush, luxurious AstroTurf put down on his patio. Did you walk through that?
Yeah.
It was like walking through shag carpet, but it was shag AstroTurf.
Yeah.
Anyway,
heavily padded.
So random, but he's such a great host. Anyway, Al decided he had about 50 people there. He was going to do a white elephant party. He has never conducted a white elephant party before in his life, a white elephant gift exchange.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
To do a white elephant.
It's a lot. He told everybody, bring something naughty or nice, no dollar limit. It's like, oh, you don't know what you're going to get when you do that. So anyway, we're about, I'd say a good hour and a half into this party, which is supposed to be from 7 till 10, and nobody's made an effort to start the white elephant.
And Kellie and I still have to drive an hour home.
So Kellie Rasberry Evans raises her hand and says, Al, you want me to help you out? Because he honestly does not know how to conduct one. So we find paper, pen, scissors. Al's fiance kind of roughly guesstimates how many presents there are. I was only off by about 5 or 6.
Were there about 50?
There were about 50, right at it almost. Anyway, so I had everybody that brought a gift, got to pull a number out of the cup, and there we go. We're going to start.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of the gifts were very nice. I mean, there was a lot of wine, things like that. There was some whiskey in there, gift cards.
I drew number 50. Or I'm sorry, I drew number 45.
What did you get?
When I drew?
Yeah, what did you get for your prize, your white elephant?
Well, I stole somebody's.
Yeah, what'd you get?
Oh, well, I stole somebody's $50 Amazon gift card.
Mm-hmm.
And
somebody stole it from you.
It had only been, the rule was you can only steal twice,
right.
And it had only been stolen once. But I figured, well, maybe I can get away with this because there's only about 5 more people behind me. The next gal, she's 46. She steals my $50 gift card that I just won. So I go back up and I drew a Starbucks gift card, $15, which I regifted to Valerie. And then
Why did you say that?
I don't know. And then it also came with some incense thing.
It was like an incense cone burner where the smoke from the incense comes down, like a waterfall almost.
That I regifted to you, so you can regift it at another white elephant. Yeah, so I really didn't win anything.
Yeah, and I ended up I went because I had given out all the numbers, and so I was like, I don't have a number. And so I took the last number, and then somebody came in and said they didn't have a number. So I gave them that number, and I just became the last person. And I ended up getting a $25 gift card to, was it Outback? Saltgrass Steakhouse. So there you go. No, not an hour.
So Rasberry Evans rolled out the net is we have a $25 gift card.
Yeah. So anyway, let me tell you what the big hits are for white elephant parties if you go to one, because the thing that was the big hit was in Texas. They have these big mega gas stations, convenience store, rest stops called Buc-ee's. And it's a big gift store in there too, a gift shop. And somebody went in there and bought a Buc-ee's onesie in like a sleeper onesie.
Like an adult onesie.
Like a 2XL or a 3XL. It was big. Yeah. So even if it was a woman that wanted to just be big and floppy, people loved it. They were stealing that.
I was going to steal it, but it got stolen twice.
Stolen twice and was dead. That's a big player. Alcohol is a very big player, and gift cards. Now, the funniest gift of the night, the one that got the biggest laugh, if you're looking for that, Big Al's future mother-in-law actually opened this. The book was called 50 Ways. I'm just going to tell you the title of the book. Don't hold this against me.
You've got to change your voice.
I'm not.
You've got to change your voice, please.
No. 50 Ways to Eat Cock. It was a chicken cookbook.
Sin, be sure to clip that, please.
No, don't. But that's what it was. And of course, everybody is doubled over laughing because we don't realize it's a cookbook until after the guy that brought it explained. And he had a follow-up book to it, but it wasn't as funny as the 50 Ways to Eat Cock.
I forget the name of it.
It was something like a companion book.
50 Ways to Eat Cock is pretty funny.
It was funny. It was funny. It was funny because Al's future mother-in-law got it.
Oh my gosh.
And some other people bought some really vulgar gift items. And
there were sex toys.
Yeah, a sex toys is what I was going to say. And somebody stole it as a joke, I guess. or maybe not a joke. Maybe she really wanted it.
Didn't the realtor get a vibrator?
That's the one. The sex one thing. Yeah.
Was it a vibrator?
It was an enhancement. It was like 2 pills that were enhancements. One was for men and one was for women.
Oh,
and it was like, the
the
price tag was, I think the person that gave it left the price tag on it. So, this wasn't a cheap
Where'd they
gift.
get it at a gas station?
I don't know, but it was like a little less than $25 for 2 pills.
Was it,
one each.
Was it Spanish Fly?
I don't know. I didn't look at it that closely.
I thought one of them was like a little bullet vibrator.
I think it was, honey. I think it was.
And I saw a ring too. What was that?
Yeah. I don't know. You probably do, though. And I know you're dying to tell everybody.
Babe, I was standing 50 feet away. You were right there. What was it?
I wasn't.
Please tell the listener.
I was not paying that close of attention to sex toys.
Okay.
So anyway, those were the big hits of the party. And I think part-time Justin, he had his gift stolen a couple of times. He ended up with a bunch of Charmin toilet paper. And a sign that says something you never know what you have until it's gone, like toilet paper.
But he first pulled the good tequila and that got stolen.
It got stolen.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of those things that, like, because Justin and I were both at that White Elephant, those gifts carried over to the next White Elephant we went to on Sunday, but I'll get to that. So that was really it about Big Al's, right? We had a lot of
lots of good food,
hung out. Everybody was so nice.
You had a bartender?
People in Waxahachie, super nice.
Well, he had half the hatch there working, I think.
Yeah, well, he had some people there serving food and drinks, and it was just really a great time.
He had a buddy who has worked for him for a long time who he recognized and gave him a really nice gift. Yeah.
He gave Sean, he's worked with him for 10 years, and he gave him a Rolex.
Yeah.
It was really sweet, and Sean was moved to tears. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice.
So anyway, that was Friday night. So Saturday, we didn't drink.
No, we didn't have much.
But Saturday, I had a lazy day Saturday. I just kind of laid around the house all day. I was like, because I spent all week busting my hump, buying Christmas presents and getting things done. So Saturday, I didn't take off my pajamas or brush my teeth until it was time to get ready to go to party number 2.
Kellie referred to herself as a slug.
Yeah, I was.
You called yourself a slug.
I did. So then we all got dressed up, and this time we did Uber.
Well, yeah, because anytime we get together with,
a certain group of friends,
Kay and Laura and KK and Bad Influence Jeff, Melissa and Dave, that's going to be just buffoonery. And they hired bartender Mary.
Yeah, we love Mary. So you tell about this party since I told about Big Al's.
Oh, well, Kay she started as a listener of the podcast, and her daughter too, Laura, started as listeners of the podcast, and we became friends because they came on a couple of the vacations. They're big Cowboys fans, so we watch games with them sometimes. They're just a lot of fun, and we become friends. We become close. And so Kay, she hired a chef to prepare a very nice sit-down dinner.
It was so fancy.
Very fancy.
It was so nice.
Very fancy place settings.
Beautiful charcuterie we got there.
The charcuterie guys, this board, I'm not exaggerating, was literally as long as this day. It was 6 feet wide. It was a big charcuterie.
I way too much charcuterie.
I had so many of those deviled eggs with the little salmon eggs on them. Oh, those are so good.
I couldn't stay out of the brie. It was so good. And you know what the chef did? Have you all heard the song? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. But has anybody ever had a chestnut?
Cher?
No, it was Kellie Rasberry.
Oh.
Have you ever had a chestnut?
I never had. I hadn't.
And he served right after the charcuterie, before we had our dinner. He just for fun, he brought out roasted chestnuts.
Freaking chestnuts.
And I think they must have been roasted in butter too, and you peel them you peel them, so they were like almost burst open, but you had to peel the rest of the way. And when you ate the chestnut, it was like a potato.
They were like little
potatoes.
Imagine a little tiny baked potato that is just saturated in butter.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
Pretty much what it tasted like, which is greatness.
I was just a shock. It was delicious, but it was just a shock. I wasn't expecting that.
So we had bartender Mary there, and bartender Mary,
she's so good to us.
You're never going to have an empty drink. And since I'm a professional drinker, I brought my Allen Yeti says Allen on it.
Wasn't that a gift from a podcast listener?
It was a gift from a podcast listener, and I'm the asshole because I don't remember who that was exactly, but it was from a listener.
Well, you were drunk when she gave it to
you. So anyway, we're having a good time. We do the charcuterie board. Then we sit down for dinner. Now, Laura, our friend Laura, she is now with man.
Yes, she is.
She-
a man also named.
She introduced us to her new boyfriend, Alan.
Alan, yeah.
Tall, strapping man.
Yeah. Very
Yes.
handsome.
Very tall, handsome, strapping
Very
man.
nice. Fit right in.
Very nice. But man, did anyone take more abuse than Alan that evening? Not me, but Laura's
What do
boyfriend.
you mean?
Just all the questions he had to answer.
I don't remember.
Oh, babe. If you go, okay, listener, if you go to my Instagram, it's on my stories right now, but if you go to my Instagram, you'll see pictures of Kay, the host of our party, with her hand on her forehead.
She's face palming.
She's face palming. Her daughter is face palming. And these are
not at the same time.
Not at
This
the
is
same-
like two separate times, but it's just like mother, like daughter. They were like, they do the same
right.
movements.
And this is supposed to be a nice sit down dinner.
It
was very nice, but then somehow Kay gave you
me?
Yes. Kay gave Kellie a Harley Davidson halter top. It's leather.
Yes. A size small.
And she gave me a Harley Davidson leather jacket because she had a boyfriend who used to ride.
Yeah, I told her my goal is to one day get into it.
Yes. So we started talking about how Kellie should try on this halter top. And then, of course, and it's just, there were lewd comments made, probably by me.
About me?
Yeah.
Lewd?
Yeah.
What?
Because I said if you tried it on, I'd be meh.
Oh gosh, that's so gross. Don't do that.
And then someone brought up the word motorboat.
Oh God. Okay, why did I ask?
And then I was doing the
stop. I don't even remember any of that for a reason.
No, I was doing the motorboat sound, and this was at dinner. So I think that's when Kay was face palming. Then
This nice dinner with the chef.
And then David and Bad Influence Jeff and I were howling like hyenas. You're looking at me like you wish you were somewhere else.
Well, I'm glad that I blanked it out. It's like a negative memory.
Kellie
suppressing a memory.
Kellie can't remember anything.
I can't
because she had so much drink. I did tell a chestnut joke though.
If it's going to be vulgar and lewd, please don't tell it. You've already been.
I'll tell the clean version.
Okay.
What do you call chestnut? Or what do you? I always mess that up. What do you call nuts on a chest?
Chestnuts.
What do you call nuts on a wall?
Walnuts.
What do you call nuts on a chin?
Chin nuts?
Blowjob.
How's that cleaning it up?
See, so
that's exactly the joke. That's not cleaned up at all.
I told it worse so I told this joke at the party, at dinner, and I think that's when Kay face palmed.
We'll never be invited back again. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. See, again, I suppress these memories.
Do you just drink to get through it all?
Possibly. Possibly.
That's a Christmas joke.
Anyway, so dinner was lovely. The chef couldn't have been just as nice. He just had a baby, and he had to get home to his baby.
Yeah, the chef just had a baby.
Yeah, we just had a great time.
No,
just
it was a
hanging out
lot
with
of fun.
friends.
It was a lot of fun hanging out with friends. But yeah, we were pretty silly.
And I do remember we had a lovely Uber driver, and we had a lovely conversation the whole way home.
She was very
Very
nice.
engaging.
She had her son in the car.
Yeah, he just wanted to go. They had been somewhere, and he said he wanted to ride with his mom. Hopefully,
he was
you
sleeping.
tip her after the fact. They get the email.
I don't get the little notification until the next time I make an appointment.
Oh, really? Well, we should tip her. She was very, very nice.
Maybe I'm doing that wrong.
So then the next day I woke up sick as a dog. No bueno. And so like Saturday was spent all day in my pajamas. So was Sunday. So ill. But then I had, Emma Kellie had an archery class. She's been doing archery and she's really good, y'all. I mean, her teacher is going to be going to the Olympics. I think she said in 2024. And kind of jokingly, she said to Emma Kellie, like at her first lesson, "You want to go with me?" And I'm thinking she might be able to, maybe not 2024, but I mean, Emma Kellie's really good. And she enjoys it.
So I need to go to one of her lessons. I'd like to see her do it.
Yeah, I'm glad she found something she liked. So I'm sitting there, mommy with a hangover. And then we come home and we have to go to our Radio Girls Christmas party that we do every year. These are women that I've all met because I work with Kid Craddock Morning Show. They've all passed through the doors there, work there, or like Kenzie is married to JC. Anyway, so it's just us and our kids. And
Justin.
and Justin. And Amy, who hosted, loves White Elephant. Now, she loves Cutthroat White Elephant. She doesn't think it's fun unless people steal from each other.
So prickish White Elephant.
Well, no, it's like the fun is stealing.
So you're playing a battle of the assholes White Elephant.
Basically, because she's like, the point of a white elephant is to steal stuff.
And to piss people off?
Well, that's what I say. I was like, I don't, if I get something I really want, I don't want somebody to steal it.
If the food shits.
And I like to give nice white elephant gifts. I don't do the gags. So when I give a nice gift and I end up with a gag, I'm a little bit not happy about it. Let's just say that. So anyway, I drew number 1, which means the way we were playing it is I get the first gift and people can steal from me or whatever. But at the very end, I get to go back as the first person that drew and I get my pick of anybody's gift, even if it's dead.
Really?
That's the way the rules
So you
work.
want number 1?
You want number 1. But
wow,
I was content with what I had. It was just a bunch of stuff. It was like sleep socks and an ornament and a candle, that kind of stuff. Just like a bunch of stuff pushed together.
An incense thing?
No, not the incense thing. I gave that. Sorry.
Oh.
So anyway, at the end of it, I was like, okay, Kelly, you get to steal something. I was like, no, I'm just going to let everybody, Merry Christmas. I'm going to let everybody keep what they had because I thought everybody was happy with what they had. And she was like, no, you've got to steal. You've got to. I'm like, but I don't want to.
So you're getting bossed around?
I got bossed around. I had to steal somebody's gift. And then they changed the rules. They said, okay, now, because I stole some pajamas that somebody had. Pajamas are big players too at these White Elephants.
Yes.
So I go get the pajamas. And then that girl, they just kept saying, whoever got stolen from can keep stealing until it's dead. It was just like, this is the White Elephant. It's never going to end. But anyway, my friend Erica's like, I'm done. I'll steal something. Done. I don't want anything else.
Oh, she just yogurted out.
Yeah, yogurted. I tried to yogurt out and she wouldn't let me yogurt out. I had to because it's fun to steal. Whatever. So anyway.
Very adversarial.
She decided to have the kids do the White Elephant. Now, I saw red flags waving from a mile away.
Because kids love it when other kids steal stuff.
Right. Because the kids ranged in age from 5 to 16. Okay, so we had like a 5-year-old boy, an 8-year-old girl, 8-year-old boy, 10-year-old boy, and then a bunch of teenagers. Okay. So what do you think happened? The 5-year-old who's never been taken part in a White Elephant before in his life, he gets the gift I brought, a little Pictionary game. And unbeknownst to me that he loves art. He's so into art. He got this toy. He opened it. He was hugging it. He loved it so much. He's sitting there. He's so excited. He was like the first kid to go or second kid to go. He was so excited. He just couldn't wait for this White Elephant thing to be over so he could get his mommy to open it up and he could start drawing. And then Chloe, JC's daughter, comes up and she marches up to him and gets right in his face. And she's like, I want to steal your gift. He started bawling.
Well, yeah.
Bawling.
Well, you could have told him that was going to happen.
I told them that was going to happen.
So what did they do?
We all knew it. Well, we were like, at first his mother was like, well, he's got to play by the rules. And we're like, no. Chloe, you go steal somebody else's gift. He does not have to. We all were like, Henry, you get to keep it. You get to keep it, honey. It's okay. And it took a while to calm him down, but he was finally.
Why would you even play a game where kids steal stuff from other kids? That doesn't make any sense.
They don't get it. They're too young.
I know. So why even do it?
That was the way it was. So anyway, he got to keep his gift. His older brother, who's like 8 years old, he got a shampoo set, glitter shampoo set.
Fun.
And he was so disappointed, but he didn't cry because he's like the middle kid. Like his mom said, the middle kid always is just easy to get along with. And so after it was all said and done, he stuck with the shampoo. One of the other moms said, I'll be right back. And she ran to her. She had gotten, because she'd been to a White Elephant party the night before, and she had a $25 gift card to Target. So she came up with something behind her back. She said, would you like to trade with me? She said, I'm not going to tell you what it is. He said, I'll trade. I don't care what it is. He was so happy to get rid of that shampoo.
Get rid of that glitter shampoo.
And he was so happy to have that $25 gift card. So here's my other lesson we've learned. Never do a white elephant with children.
You told me you guys were going to do this.
I told you it was a bad idea.
And I said, what? Wave it off. No, don't do that. You're like, oh, I don't know. You're going to do it anyway.
Oh, that's what I was saying. You're saying I was like that.
Well,
no, I wasn't. I was saying this is a bad idea.
You couldn't talk any of them out of that?
No.
They were just going to do it.
Okay, babe. I think we've reiterated that enough.
Unbelievable.
But that's what happened.
Unbelievable. Well, were the kids okay, or were they?
At the end of it, it was fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, why you would do that? Or not you.
Well, we've all determined that you don't agree with this.
Oh my God. Just drives me crazy.
So anyway, I had a hangover from heck of that whole party, and I was just miserable. I had taken my usual Advil Tylenol combo. I was trying to pound water, but the water was making me even more nauseous. And so somebody said, you want a little hair of the dog? I said, I don't think so. And finally, by the end of the night, I said, okay. So I had like literally maybe an eighth of a cup of wine, just that. And it really did make me feel better.
Did it really?
Yeah, the hair of the dog. I guess there's something to that, huh?
Can you imagine? The boys didn't go to that party, but can you imagine Dylan being at that one?
Oh, he would have.
And then pulling a decent gift, and then somebody walks over to Dylan and says, I'm stealing your gift.
I know.
He would have gone berserk.
Well, we had a 5-year-old that did.
Yeah.
You know, that little 5-year-old wasn't happy. But are you happy?
I'm happy. Are you happy?
Sometimes. No, I'm happy most of the time. But, you know, nobody's deliriously happy all the time. But if you're happy none of the time, maybe you need to talk to someone. Or if you're struggling with anger issues, family conflicts, maybe you've lost someone you love and you can't get past the grief. Whatever is keeping you from living a fulfilled life, BetterHelp is available. BetterHelp will assess your needs, match you with your own licensed professional therapist, and you can start communicating in less than 48 hours. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional counseling. It's done securely online, and anything you share is completely confidential. You can send a message to your counselor anytime and get timely, thoughtful responses. You can schedule weekly video or phone sessions. I love that you can find the particular expertise you need online, and you're not just limited to the counselors who are located nearest you. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if you need to. And it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling with financial aid available.
And we want you to start living a happier life today. So as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/sandwich. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich.
There you go. Get the help you need over the holidays. All right. So,
you know, just a couple of housekeeping items.
Oh, and then I'll get to my story. Go ahead.
What's your story?
I'll get to
You have another story?
Well, yes, I do.
Oh, what's that?
One more sponsor.
Oh, that's not a story.
I have a story to get to before we do that.
I know the difference between a story and a sponsor.
What do you want to talk about, Alan?
People love it when we come on the podcast sometimes, and one of the bits is you just have a lot of ailments. And people like to know about what's going on. Yes, they do. They absolutely want to know about all your ailments and what's going on and what you're doing.
They actually send emails asking what's wrong with Kelly today.
Yes.
Besides her husband.
Yes. They want to know, like, what are you doing to get better? Now, when the cast iron kid gets on here and something's wrong with him, then all of a sudden, like, I'm the biggest crybaby, or I need an Advent bottle to have my formula. It's like I can't ever say anything is wrong with me.
What's wrong with you, honey?
Well, you know what? I'm glad you asked. I bent over to pick up a cardboard box in the garage today, and I tweaked my back.
Yeah,
I got a problem.
I've got some Aleve for back
pain. You hate it when you do that?
I know. It's a little simple move.
You're not even doing anything. I just bent over to pick up a damn cardboard box, and now I'm hunched over when I'm walking.
I'm going to tell you, one time I reached for toilet paper. I just reached to get the toilet paper roll, threw my back out. I had to go to bed. I was in so much pain I couldn't move.
I don't think I've thrown it out, but I do have a stretch tomorrow, so maybe he can.
Maybe that'll help.
Maybe
yeah.
my man Patrick can work it out.
Well, I'm sorry your back hurts, honey.
Thank you, babe. Every once in a while, I just like to come on here and tell you what's wrong with me.
Well, there you go.
I didn't tweak my back though. I don't know how I did that.
What's wrong with me?
Oh,
Why don't you list what's wrong with me?
Where do we start?
Why don't you list what's wrong
There
with
was an
me?
episode where we went through all your ailments.
Keith Craddock used to do that to me, and I hated when he did that.
We've only done that one episode.
But he used to do that to me. He'd make me like, "What's wrong with Kellie today?"
Oh,
because I always had something wrong with me.
Well, okay, we can do them real quick.
No, I'm just going through menopause.
Raynaud syndrome.
Well, I'm not suffering from that right this minute, but I do have it.
The deal in the
Raynaud syndrome, by the way, is
go.
where people might not know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
It's where you're very, very sensitive to cold.
Mm-hmm.
And so like if I'm standing in line at the grocery store and I'm holding a milk jug in my hand,
mm-hmm.
my fingers will turn deathly white, like
mm-hmm.
cadaver white,
mm-hmm.
and I'll lose all feeling in them. And then once the blood starts flowing again and the color starts to come back, then they'll turn fiery hot.
Hashimoto's?
I don't have Hashimoto's. That's a false.
Mm-hmm.
I forget.
Is it really?
Somebody told me.
You forget. Huh?
Well, it's not real. It's a false diagnosis.
Ironic,
I don't have it. I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a hormone specialist many, many, many years ago who told me I was showing signs of the beginning stages of Hashimoto's. So I just went and had blood work done again, not even a month ago, to start my hormonal thing, and I have no signs of Hashimoto's.
Okay. Painful wrist?
Well, yeah, I do. That's because of we finally figured it out that it's because of thanks to Ms. Fink, Brenda Fink,
mm-hmm.
that it's from scrolling on the laptop with my middle finger, doing that same repetitive motion over and over. I've got a very bad wrist, and I fell on it tonight, and it gave out.
Mm-hmm.
The dog messed me up, and I fell, and
mm-hmm.
I collapsed to the floor.
Okay. Dowager's hump?
I do have a little hump neck.
Mm-hmm.
I should sit up straight and try to fix that.
Okay. What else? Oh, the deal when it's like 75 degrees and a beautiful spring day, and I decide to maybe just crack the window in the car just a little bit, and you claim there's a pressure that's going to make your head explode.
My eardrums burst.
Your eardrums burst. Yeah,
it's going to make my eardrums burst.
Right. That, whatever that is.
Other people have commented that they have the same issue with their inner ear pressure.
I'm 50 years old. I've been driving since I was 16.
Just because your eardrums don't have that effect does not mean I don't.
Had another passenger mention that.
Well, lucky you.
Until I met,
you married me.
Until I met Kellie Rasberry.
I've offered many times.
Rasberry.
You can back out of this deal at any time.
Oh, come on.
If it's that important to you to crack your windows when you're going 80 miles down the interstate, if it's that important to you, hand me the divorce papers.
Okay. The debilitating asshole pain you have.
That's you.
Oh, go! Oh!
Yeah. I know you're reading the chat room and people are feeding you these
Wow.
things. But yeah, the truth comes out.
Okay, let's review what just happened. We're doing another bit we do called Kellie Claps Back. What, Kellie? What other ailments do I have? Alan, debilitating asshole pain. Kellie.
You? Yes, on a previous podcast, I have said that sporadically throughout the year, I will wake up in the middle of the night from a dead sleep because I am having horrific pain in my sphincter, I guess, for lack of a better word. I waited till Alan took a swig of Pepsi to say that. Is it my sphincter? Is that what it is?
Is it my sphincter? I don't know if it's your sphincter, babe.
But it feels like it's cramping, and it wakes me up and it hurts really bad. And I looked it up online, and there's a word for it that I cannot remember right now. If I knew you were going to bring it up, I would have had the word ready. But apparently it's just a spasm. And it can be caused by stress. It can be caused by eating something that didn't agree with your sphincter, I guess.
Mouth ulcers?
I do have a ton of canker sores. I do suffer from those. My brother and I both. I don't have any right now.
Should we continue? I think you did ask.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you did
forgot.
actually. You
I
did.
forgot that I
No, you did ask.
I forgot.
That's why we're doing this misery.
I forgot.
Right. You forgot because you don't have Hashimoto's.
I don't.
Jeez.
My blood work says I don't.
See here, listener, good, dear, strong, sweet, clean listener. This is what I have to deal with.
Well, how? Just because I can't remember stuff is not that bad. It's going to get worse as I get older. I'm only 54. Can you imagine me in another 5 or 6 years? I can't remember anything.
Okay.
We got to figure that out. But I'm only about a week into my hormones, so hopefully that'll help.
Well, those are some of the heavier hitters.
Okay, honey. Thank you.
The cramping sphincter and the mouth ulcers.
I did have some bad ones, really severely. You even saw them.
I did.
Tell everybody they were.
They look painful.
They were awful.
Yeah, they look horrible.
And I don't know if that was stress related hormone or what. Yeah, I guess I am falling apart again. I guess I have as my 5-year warranty. I'm still under warranty.
You're still under warranty.
Yeah, our 5-year anniversary isn't until this July.
What does that have to do with
I'm
anything?
still under warranty. You can get out.
You had a 30-day warranty.
All right. Well, as Alan told you, food is a big part of my day. I love it. And we at Rasberry Manor, we love to eat, but we love to eat good when we do. And HelloFresh is a big player.
HelloFresh.
With HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. So you skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it is America's #1 meal kit. The holidays are crazy busy, but HelloFresh keeps things simple with recipes that cut back on meal prep and cleanup, so you spend less time in the kitchen and you get to spend more time with your family and friends like you really want to. HelloFresh offers 50 menu and market items to choose from every week. They've got vegetarian options, calorie smart, gourmet, lots of variety. I love the seasonal options because you can enjoy recipes like balsamic and fig beef tenderloin or pecan crusted salmon, meals that feel extra special for the holidays, but you don't have the high cost of dining out or delivery. And if you're entertaining, HelloFresh offers great options, including their holiday cheese and charcuterie board. They also offer seasonal limited time desserts like ginger spiced cake truffles, cherry cheesecake swirl bars. Yes, you can make these things because HelloFresh meals, not only do they make it simple, they're not over my head, they're fun, they're also ready in around 30 minutes or less. They have quick and easy meals, 20-minute recipes, low prep, easy cleanup options. So you get that food on the table even quicker. And on average, with HelloFresh, you save over $65 a month compared to grocery shopping. So you're saving money, you're saving time. It's not complicated. Our 13-year-old son, Cole, loves getting in there the kitchen.
Yeah, he
so
does.
It's a great way to bond as a family with HelloFresh.
So go to HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh.com/sandwich14 and use promo code sandwich14 for up to 14 free meals and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
That's a lot of free food.
You try saying 3 free 3 times real fast. Okay, we're going to bring it home for Jerome here before we yogurt out with just some
your Mr. T facts.
A short list because people love lists.
Yeah, you promised Mr. T.
Well, Kellie and I were watching a game.
America
Says, a game show that we like to watch together. And you want to explain how it works just real quick?
It's basically a fill in the blank show. So he'll ask a question. And he'll be like, "What is your?" I'm just making something up.
Like doing for Mr. T. Because Mr. T came up on the show.
No, you're going to do this one. I'm going to give an example.
Okay.
Like, he's like, "What?" Okay, the one we just watched tonight. He says, "What should never be on a pizza?" And so it'll have like 7 or 8 answers up there. I think 7. And the first letter of each answer. So they survey an audience, and these are the top answers. So for pizza, it might say A. You'd say, what should never be on a pizza? A.
Well, I like anchovies.
Okay, but that'd be an answer that a lot of people would say. P.
What should never be on?
Never be on a pizza. P. Starts with letter P.
Prosciutto.
No, what should never be on a pizza? What people hate.
Pastrami. Oh,
Pineapple.
See, that's why it's hard
Things like
sometimes.
that.
Right.
So you fill in the blank. It'll give you the first letters, and then you have to try to get the most answers in 60 seconds. So that's how that works.
So we were watching this tonight, and there was a question about Mr. T.
When you think of Mr. T,
when you think of Mr. T, you think of, and the blah, 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 there were like 7 blanks, and what did they have on there? Gold chains, fool, A-team, muscles.
Mm-hmm.
What else do they have up there?
Oh, the one nobody got was Rocky.
Because
it started with the letter R, and we're like, rage.
Yeah, we couldn't think of it.
It was Rocky.
So anyhow, Mr. T, he was big in the 80s, and Kelly and I, we grew up in the 80s. We both remember Mr. T.
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of A-team.
I watched the A-team.
I remember Face.
Uh-huh.
And I remember what they call the general. Was he Hannibal?
I think so.
Hannibal. And then there was somebody else that was like, I don't remember.
But I
didn't watch a lot of it.
But I started busting out the A-team theme, and then I asked Kelly, I said, "You remember what Mr. T's name was on the A-team?" And she didn't know. And I was like, B.A. Baracus, man. You don't remember that?
I remember it was Bad A.
Right? Well, I'm talking like this.
A-double-S.
I've been listening to Kelly. Yeah. So I was like, well, hell. Let's talk about Mr. T on the podcast tonight. I found
what was that?
5 things you might not know. You probably don't know. Actually, there's 6, because one at the end is just going to blow your mind. 6 things you don't know, you may not know about Mr. T. Okay, his real name, this is one thing that you may or may not know. Lawrence Turode is his name, better known as Mr. T. He's been a bodyguard. He's been on cartoons, been a member of the A-team. But here's 6 things that you may not know about Mr. T. His iconic "I pity the fool" line came from Rocky III. You remember Rocky III?
It was in Rocky. That's what one of the things was.
Rocky III, 1982. His first starring role. Do you remember watching that?
I know I saw it.
It was a great movie.
But the one that everybody always stands out is when he fought the Dolph Lundgren. That's the one everybody remembers.
Yeah. Well, Rocky III, he played Clubber Lang. There was a part of the movie where Clubber Lang, played by Mr. T, is being interviewed, and they asked him if he hates Rocky. And he says, "No, I don't hate Balboa. I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man that tries to take what I got." So that's where
number one. That's where that came.
That's where that came from. And Rocky beat the crap out of him. So
there you go.
Who's the fool now? Number 2, despite giving up his gold chains decades ago, Mr. T became a spokesman for selling gold. So following the 2005 Hurricane Katrina, he retired his massive gold chains because of the situation we're in now. After Katrina, I told myself, "No, T, you can never wear your gold again. It's an insult to God."
An insult to God.
That's what Mr. T said.
Hey, I'm not going to say what his conversation with God is or isn't.
He signed up to promote Gold Promise, a gold buying company. In 1977, he bought his first gold chain, cost him $129. It took him 3 months to get out of layaway. In 1983, his collection was valued at $43,000. In 2010, it was appraised at $123,000, just because of the price of gold. Number 3, Mr. T had cancer. He had a malignant tumor on his ear. It was called T-cell lymphoma, a rare type of cancer that begins in the white blood cells. Can you imagine that? Cancer with my name on it. A personalized cancer.
Hey, at least he had a sense of humor about it, right?
T-cell cancer, yeah. He did radiation. He did chemotherapy. And in 2001, it was declared in remission. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. He turned down a cameo in the A-team movie.
Because he wanted to be the star?
When the A-team film came, no, surprisingly not. When the A-team film came out in 2010, Mr. T wasn't in it. Instead, an actor named Quentin Jackson, never heard of him, played the role Mr. T made famous, B.A. Baracus. Mr. T went on the Wendy Williams show, and he said he was approached to do a cameo in the film. "You must be out of your mind. I've done cameos in other movies, but to ask me to come out and take seconds?"
That's what I just said. He wouldn't do it because he wouldn't be the star.
"Mr. T takes seconds? I pity the fool." That's what he said. He later condemned the movie's violence. "People die in the film and there's plenty of sex, but when we did it, no one got hurt. It was all played for fun and family."
Okay.
I think Mr. T is one of my better characters too.
Who knew?
It's pretty easy to do.
Who knew?
Number 5, he angered his Illinois neighbors when he cut down trees. The Chicago-born.
I do remember this story.
Do you really?
I remember this. I think I covered it in the showbiz.
You want to do it?
No.
The Chicago-born Mr. T had a home in the Tony, Chicago suburb of Lake Forest. Now, Lake Forest, if you don't know, is an exclusive residence. Very, very expensive, nice area. In 1987, reportedly because of his allergies, he took a chainsaw to 100 oak trees surrounding his property. Ironically, at the time and every year since, Lake Forest has been named Tree City, USA. Mr. T, he's smiling and laughing about all this, one neighbor commented. He thinks it's a joke. His neighbors dubbed the incident the Lake Forest Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, wow.
And then number 6, just a bonus bit of trivia about Mr. T. So in Lake Forest, there's a country club called the Onwentsia Club. It's a golf and tennis. Onwentsia. It's an Indian name. Onwentsia. And it's a very exclusive country club that not a lot of people know about. My dad worked at that country club in the 80s. It would be in the 80s. And he was a bartender. And he knew some of the members that would come in. One of the members was Mr. T. And did
he call him Mr. T or did he call him Mr. Torode?
Called him Mr. T.
Yeah.
But he served Mr. T a club sandwich and a Sprite. And Mr. T asked my dad, my dad said Mr. T said he knew guys in the Air Force because Mr. T knew my dad was in the Air Force. He said, I knew guys that were in the Air Force when I was filming the A-Team. And my dad was like, oh, that's cool, and they would kind of just make some small talk. But he said he was there, Mr. T was there with either a lawyer or an agent. So my dad, since he was a bartender, he served him a club sandwich and a Sprite.
How about that?
And chips.
Only the one time he ever waited on him?
Yeah, I think so. But my dad also mentioned one time he served Robert Redford and Mary Tyler Moore.
Together?
No, I don't think it was together.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah. So anyhow, that's just a little bit of, my dad told me that story one time, and I've always thought that's one of the coolest stories. Like, my dad served Mr. T.
I'll have to get your dad to make me a drink next time I see him.
He knows how.
Bartending skills. Bring
how.
him back out.
That's right.
Dust him off. Except I might not be drinking anymore. I haven't decided.
You will.
Well, I'll think about it.
No, you will.
I'm not taking it as a challenge. If I decide to do it, it'll be just because I want to. I tell you what, I don't like waking up feeling bad. I love having fun and everything, and I do love a great martini. I love just the whole experience. But man, I don't like the way I felt the next day. That was no bueno.
The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Kellie Rasberry has ailments, and Kellie Rasberry will always drink martinis. All right, babe.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Those are just things that'll always happen.
It's just things.
They'll just always be happening. Yes, it's a given.
I can't tell if you're like okay with that or not.
Good. That's what I like to keep people guessing.
All right. Well.
All right, babe.
I might surprise you.
Anything else?
No, I'm done.
Okay. Well, I love you desperately.
I feel a little beat up after this podcast.
That's what you said last time.
Did I? I don't remember. I don't remember what I said last time.
You don't remember what you said last time
about being beat up?
Yeah, but you don't have Hashimoto's either.
I don't, according to my blood work.
Got it.
What did I say last time?
I don't know.
You said I
was beat up? You tell me. Good memory.
I was beat up. I don't remember that.
Oh,
all right, let's go.
Hey,
I got things to do.
The only thing, the best thing about this podcast, outside of the
getting to know our podcast listeners,
yes,
being treated to lovely dinners
yes,
by them,
that was beautiful and wonderful. The Mr. T list, awesome.
It's great.
The best thing, though, I think, is we have a Kellie Claps Back recorded on the podcast,
but people can also see what provokes a Kellie.
So people know that when I come on here, and when I say, if you knew how Kellie talks to me in this home, you would be horrified. You would be mortified.
But
because on my own podcast, I got called
on your own podcast.
I got called what was it? A spasming asshole or something like that.
Something like
that. Yeah.
But you deserved it. So there is that.
Okay, there
There
you
is
go.
that.
I deserved it. I love you desperately.
Love you.
I love our listeners
Love
desperately.
y'all.
I love Kay Shelton and Laura Shelton desperately for hosting us at that Christmas party. I love Big Al Mac desperately for hosting us at his Christmas party. We love the people of Kentucky desperately. We really hope, you guys can get through all of that devastation. We are praying for you. And we're going to podcast again real soon.
Yes, sir.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye. Yep. You heard it.
Hey, did you ever get straight with Sin on that music video? Because she went to a lot of effort, and we need to get that posted.
I did. It's on our YouTube channel.
It is? You didn't tell me.
I tagged you in it. You never look at my social media, so you didn't share the story. It's been
I had
there
no
and gone.
idea.
It's
You
there
should
and
have told
gone.
me. You should have told me.
My gosh.
Last I heard from you, you said something about the pixels or something.
She fixed that.
You didn't tell me. You need to tell me, not just tag me.
Here's the link for that.
Yeah, thank you. What are we calling it? Mr. T? Sandwiches and Mr. T?
Yeah.
A sandwich and some
Mr. T.
spasming sphincter.
That's a really good one there. A sandwich and some spasming sphincter.
No, I'm not doing that.
A sandwich and some sphincter clapback. A sandwich and some... Help us out, guys.
I said some Mr. T.
See, they know. They're even saying a live clapback. See, it really does happen, guys. I knew it. I knew she did that to Alan.
I never deny I do it. I just think some of the things he thinks are flashback or clapbacks are not clapbacks.
Oh, when I was told,
like sometimes I'm just agreeing with him, and he's like, "Oh, that's a clapback."
Oh,
he'll say like, "I'm an asshole." I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, that was a clapback.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm just agreeing with you.
Yeah, like when I was told to get I can't even remember. I get my hairy, smelly ass off that white couch in the furniture store or something. That wasn't a clapback. Got it.
In what context was that?
I don't know. It's on a
You
podcast.
can't just randomly say something and not back it up.
I wonder how hard it would be to peel all the old clapbacks and put them on one podcast, and then we just play those during Christmas.
Mm-mm.
Why? Yes, Sin is employee of the month. She's got her own parking place. She's got a company hat, I think. Sin, do you have a hat? Do you have a Sandwich and Some Lovin' hat? I think you do. See, Dee Dee, she would like a clapback reel. Yep. See there, Dee Dee? I told you it happens. It does happen. Nobody believes me until they see it with their own eyes. You don't have a hat? Really? Are you doing a bit or are you serious? I thought you had a hat. Well, send me your address. Maybe I have your address. I can't remember. Send me your address. A-Town. Bat City. Where's Larry? Where is Larry? Amy, I went to the vet today because we had to pick up a couple more prescriptions for Larry because apparently the allergist shots aren't not working fast enough, I guess.
They said it could take up to 6 months.
Yeah. So had to go get some more medication for Larry. Angeli, I think I put that one in the mail. You should have got a tracking number. Did you get your tracking number? Hey, Krista, all right. What'd you get at the restaurant? I was just there with my mom and dad on Saturday. Friday. I took them Friday. And we got full. We always get full.
catalystcenter.churchcenter.com/giving. Then after that,
HTTPS.
why do you have to put the HTTPS?
Well, I don't know.
You don't. Look.
You don't? Are you sure?
I'm sure. That's like saying www, isn't it?
No. Okay.
Anything
3 meat plate. Nice. That's awesome. 3 meat plate. Yeah, I got the Wagyu brisket, the jalapeno cheese sausage, and mac and cheese. Oh, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Can I whistle jingle bells? I can. Yeah, I can. All right, guys. Miss Chris, you had the governor? Yeah, that's a big sandwich. My dad had he had the Texan sandwich. That's a big sandwich too. All the sandwiches are big. All the food's big. Big portions. Big American portions. Big Texan American portions. All right, peoples. I'm going to go. Oh, Krista, you had the sandwich at some Lovin. Did you like that sandwich? Like, you can tell me if you didn't like it. What'd you think? If you liked it, it was my idea. If you didn't like it, it was Kellie's idea.
What?
I was asking her if she liked the sandwich and some Lovin sandwich.
Oh, yeah? Did she?
Krista said she had it. Gordon Ramsay's moving to Irving? No, I did not know that.
You mean a restaurant or him?
Oh. She said she liked it. She couldn't finish it. It was a lot. Yeah, it's a knife and fork sandwich. Huh. He says he is moving. Andy's moving a restaurant. Gordon's HQ is moving to Las Colinas. He's leaving LA.
He said what?
He said his Gordon Ramsay's headquarters is leaving LA and going.
Oh, his headquarters, not him physically. Okay.
Well, no, I'd imagine he'd be coming too.
Maybe. I just thought he lived in England.
G'day, mate. Well, he probably films his show in LA, right? Well, where else are they going to film?
I thought he lived in England, though. Maybe he has 2 homes.
Dime. All right, guys. I will talk to y'all Wednesday. If not sooner on the social medias. Say bye, Kellie.
Bye.
No, you say bye, Kellie.
Bye, Kellie.
There you go.